Return of the man.
Oh, it's time. It's game time. It's summertime.
It's time for the Summercast episode 10.
Yes.
Brought to you by American Airlines.
American and American Express. America.
They saw our GeoGuessr video and they knew they had to get some stock. They're like, wow, they got Times Square twice. They really know. They really know about.
I haven't
their
seen
home
that video,
country.
but I can't believe you guys got Times Square twice.
Wait, you don't watch TST on YouTube, George?
Of course I do. I just haven't got there yet.
Oh, I was gonna say, if there's
no.
anyone out there that doesn't watch TST on YouTube, that's cringe, honestly.
Honestly, cringe. Please make sure
cringe.
you check it out.
Yeah,
Summertime on YouTube.
you gotta get that right.
Dude, one of the funniest things Blake ever said was while we were streaming. He goes, somebody said something about like girlfriends, and he's like, "No, I didn't live with my girlfriend before marriage." That was cringe.
I remember that.
I started dying laughing.
That was pretty good.
I was in my bag.
Cringe is cringe. You can only use the word cringe as a word now that you can only use ironically. If you use it
100%,
unironically,
100%.
something's wrong.
Well,
It
you're like
hurts.
that's probably
Don't use
below.
it.
You're below 14
Right.
if you
And
use
you play
cringe
Fortnite
unironically.
for sure.
Right.
You for sure play Fortnite.
And it's like one step above that is toxic.
True. Toxic is
Toxic
not as
is
bad.
only one. It's not as bad.
Right.
When I hear an
not as-
adult say, "Yeah, he was so toxic," I was like, "All right, okay, Kleenex." Yeah.
Calm down.
Did he hurt your feelings?
Very
I'm so sorry
toxic.
he teabagged you in Valorant after you popped your ult with Jet and whooshed through the air with your anime character. Like, come on, brother.
You just went, damn. I feel like some shit just came out.
What?
Some deep rooted. fucking-
Oh, no, I
Valorant
just-
stuff.
These new gamers, man, they just don't have. They don't have
Well,
the.
It's
Valorant,
the new
Valorant
people.
Kids, Valorant kids don't have the job.
It's not just
No,
the new
I know
gamers.
it's society, but you can't.
It's the new
you can't
people.
rag on society. You can't.
I
do it
will.
because everybody's
Why?
soft, and it's like, oh well, you know, like you got to think about this and that, and you don't know about this. I was like, look, man. It's not being a bad person. There, you can still be a nice person and tell it like it is. And people
That is
don't
true.
understand that.
You can flirt with the line a little bit, but people don't like doing it. It is
I
weird.
love flirting with the
Every
line.
time you say anything, you have to be like, okay, so
Okay, so they're gonna react like this.
right, you got to run it
Right.
through your mind 6
Yeah.
times. So then I just tweet hot takes about stuff that shouldn't get people upset, but they get even more upset.
Oh, they get more. I was about to say, your hot takes got people
As long as it's about
riled up.
as long
dude.
as it's about music or sports, you can't really get. I mean, you'll
Stick
get
to gaming,
get shit.
Dude. Stick to
Yeah.
3v3 GBs.
Well, see, like
Hitch.
right now, the TST homies are so supportive that like even when you say hot takes, you're the only one that gets like negative feedback, Hitch, because you got like what 250K on Twitter.
Yeah,
so you
something like
have
that.
followers that aren't TST homies as well. George and I, we both got like 30K. All of them are TST optic homies.
homies, yeah.
So I could tweet some head ass stuff, and I'll probably get 1 or 2 replies that like want to rebuttal me. But otherwise, they're like, "Yeah, 6 Lake, tell them." You know, it's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah, you
so
got
I
like,
can't
so you
imagine.
got like,
I can't imagine actual popularity. Like if we ever hit that level,
No,
and I
it'd be-
tweet like "Valorant kids got to get a jaw," and then I get 482 replies. It's like, but the scene's so toxic.
Like what?
Did you see how Sentinels play? All right, bro.
stop.
Like what
dude.
Doc did with mobile gamers?
Yes.
He would just
Oh
tweet
my.
out, "Mobile gaming is real?" Question mark. Ha 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 ha.
It's so
Dude,
good.
he
so
got
funny.
all the mobile gamers heated, dude.
No, he
all
cooked
of them.
all of them.
No, it was like one of the first times we collabed with him. It was like the best collaboration ever. I went to his channel to see if people were gonna be like, "Oh, yo, these guys are dope. We should check them out." And it was all people defending mobile games, and I was
Yeah,
like,
they
"Damn
were
it."
like telling him to 1v1 that mobile guy. I don't know. what his name
Sinatra.
is.
Oh, no.
Sinatra.
No, I think it started with an
In
F.
what game though? In what game?
Oh,
I don't know. iOS 8 ball or whatever they play.
Pac-Man or something, like something crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna play Jetpack Joyride 1v1s. Oh man.
No, whoever it
Yeah, I
was,
don't
there
know.
was two. He had the same name as another esports guy, so that's why I think I think that was not
I don't know.
right. I
Yeah,
forgot
I
who it
don't
was.
Not close enough.
But yeah, how have you guys this week been? It's been a weird one.
I've been
Well,
vibing.
Y'all been vibing?
Yeah, I've been chilling. I mean, this last weekend was my birthday weekend. We celebrated. We went
Hell
to,
yeah!
Yeah, we went to
Yeah, you did.
Charlotte. I went with my girlfriend and the family's there. So like, there was like 16 of us.
Oh yeah!
Went to
You
go
rolled
eat lamb
in
food.
deep.
Down.
Dude, 16 people. Like, it was a
You
long
said
ass
Charlotte
table.
is my city.
Wait,
No, we pulled up, dude. We
That's
pulled
dope.
up.
16.
yeah.
Wait, how many vehicles is that?
Like 5.
Damn, y'all had a convoy.
Y'all
Yeah.
broke a
Convoy.
stereotype.
yeah,
You mainly, it should have been 2.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, low key.
It's like we
It
all
should've been, too.
George was like,
broke
we
the
all got
boundaries right
there. We all got there in a Camry. I don't know how we did it, but we did it.
It was a 5-seater Camry. We got there though.
Yeah, we
That's
just
so
put the
good.
seats down and we were chilling.
Yeah, we had a
That's
a
good.
lamb place, Morazan. It had like lamb food. It was really Honduran, Salvadorian, and Spain food.
Hell
It had
yeah!
like all the good stuff.
Did you go clubbing
And
after?
then- Was that?
Did you go clubbing after?
No. I think the clubs are still closed. I'm not sure.
think
I haven't
they
been
are,
clubbing since I was like 22. I think.
No, you gotta like know the password to get into the clubs nowadays.
Probably.
They like slide the
then-
little thing and they're like,
What's the
vaccine. All right, come on in.
Mask on.
It's so funny that George and I have been to a club together, but Blake and I have only been to bars together.
Dang.
Remember?
But like,
Well,
I
the only
skipped
time
the
I've
whole
been with
club
you-
phase
yeah.
of my life.
I
never
like
had that, right?
Yeah, I like
Club phase.
barely hit it.
Yeah, I hit it from like 20 to 23 maybe.
Really?
Those were
Okay.
like the years I went
That's a
clubbing.
good
like,
run,
a lot,
though.
like a good amount.
Yeah, that's
I
a
went
good
with
run.
my
Well,
roommate
because
a
you don't want
lot.
to get stuck in
No,
that
you don't wanna
phase
get
for
stuck
too
in that
long.
phase.
That's
'cause
true.
I got people
You gotta
still.
dip your toes in and be like, all right, I'm
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm
Uh-huh.
good.
Be like, "Alright, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, you
That was-
remember the club, but you can't be like, "What are you doing Saturday?" You know,
Oh, dude, I
it's
got
like-
so many stories
been
with
at
my
it for
roommate.
8 years.
Dude, I
Yeah.
have so many funny stories with my roommate. It's actually hilarious.
With
'Cause we
the
used to go clubbing here in Greensboro.
wait,
Hitch.
which place
Hitch,
did you go?
ready? You ready for this? You
Hold on,
I can't
I
remember.
got you.
Lime
Lime
Club. Yeah.
Club Lime.
Lime
Yeah,
Club.
yeah. I
Club
forgot.
Lime, yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot the place that I went. I saw Big.
Oh,
I saw Big Sean there. The place like right down
it's
the
right
street.
next to it. It's right next
Yeah,
to it.
yeah, right down the street from UMCG.
I didn't go there that much, but I only went to Lime. I can't remember the other.
Yeah,
But it was mainly hip hop, on the club you're talking about.
yeah. What were you
Yeah,
gonna
and-
say, Blake?
I'm about to blow your mind and prove to George that you still have a lot of work to do. All right, ready for this? How long have you had your current roommate?
From 22 to 28, 6.
Hitch, what's his name?
I knew you were gonna fucking ask
I
me
knew
that.
I knew it was going
And
there.
it's-
I said it before.
but I already
though.
know.
Ask me, because I don't know.
No,
You
I
don't
know. I
Yeah, you
know.
do. I
I know.
said it multiple times.
Yeah,
It's not that. It's not that you haven't
Okay,
said
so you
it.
don't.
no.
Okay, so what is it?
It's Charles.
Stop.
Stop. Hold on. Give me your first letter. First letter.
D.
Darren.
Close.
Daryl.
Yeah.
Okay, I was close.
Yeah,
I
dude,
know.
I
I
said
know.
it
You
multiple
said it
times.
before. You said it before.
Okay, so
But-
what's the problem?
No.
No.
No. Don't
No
you
what?
try. It was a good
Okay, what?
effort. I have never heard the name Darren. Daryl.
Daryl. Okay, well,
Of course you haven't heard
okay,
Darren.
but Hitch has known me for 20 years and doesn't know my birthday month. So, like,
That is true.
that's probably not the best person. to
True.
ask.
That is true. But after that, we went to an escape room. So we divided it to 8 people in each.
Oh,
Section.
hell yeah.
Yeah, and we tried to escape.
you
the
win?
Room. We won. Yeah, we had the beginners, and then the other 8 got the difficulty one. They were like in outer space, and they try to solve a mystery and try to get out. But we got the beginners. We were close. We ran out of time, but he gave us 5 minutes, and we got it.
Escape rooms are fun, dude.
Dude, they're hella.
I've never done one.
They're good. They're really good.
You got to go in. You got to go in knowing your relationship is locked in. You
Right.
got to know, like, especially if you go on a date.
Oh, it gets heated. Like, no, we should do this.
Yeah,
we
you're like,
should
no,
do this."
because you only have an hour. So if
Yeah.
you have an hour to get out and you're trying to do one thing that you know is the right thing to do,
Yep.
and someone
Someone
else
else
is
is
trying to
wasting their
do something
time.
else, And there's you always find who the leader is, and you always find who the person who wants to be the leader is, and those two always clash.
Collide.
It's crazy.
Oh, dude, it's crazy. Some people like gave up, dude. There were just like 3 of them just sitting there like, I give up.
That's what Aaron. I went
shut down.
Yeah, they shut down.
I went with a bunch of people, and Aaron would just sit in the corner and be like, "Just tell me what to do." And he would just, so you would just go over to him and be like, "Put the pieces together, put the puzzle together," and he'd be like, "Okay," and then he would just put the puzzle
Doesn't want
together,
to bridge the gap.
right? While
Give him a
everyone
task.
else is freaking out
Give him a ball of yarn to play with.
Just give me something to do. I don't care what it is.
It's fun. There's some really good ones though. I've always wanted to try it. I've always wanted to try a scary one, but
Yeah, mine was. We had to solve a murder mystery and figure out who it was to escape the room.
that's
But
dope.
One
it was
of,
a beginner, so.
I want to say it was Sean, but one of my buddies, I'm not exactly sure who it was, went to an escape room locally, and it was like a scary one where it was a zombie, and in the corner was an actual girl with zombie makeup on a chain, and every 5 minutes the chain extended 1 foot.
Dude, that is fucking
Holy.
dope. I want to go to one like that.
Dude.
And that's sick.
Dude,
And
that
so you
is
basically
sick.
had to solve it before the chain, because if she touched you, you're dead.
Dude, if it was us in there, I would try so hard to make her break. In an hour with someone in
100%.
character,
We're
I'd be like, bitch, if you touch me, you know what I mean?
Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me.
Like I would try so hard to make her. I don't know what
I
it
bet
is
you we
about
could.
me.
I bet you we could.
But you've always loved like fourth wall breaks. and stuff
Always,
like that.
bro.
Yeah.
I went to Harry Potter. What is it called? The Harry Potter world, Potter
Yeah.
world, in
Universal.
Universal, and they're all supposed to stay in character all the time. Like if you bring stuff, they have like taglines that they're supposed to say. If you bring like a minion over from somewhere else, they're like, "What is that? Weird Nargle or something within that universe."
Keep it in the universe. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just like, and she said something to me, and I was like, a 27-year-old man. I was like, oh my God, you're in character, aren't you? I said that to her face, and she went, and she said, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, and Alexis had to like pull me away because I was trying to like be like, oh my God, this is so dope. It's just something about like.
It's crazy how long they stay in character though. Like they stay in character for a
the whole
long
time.
ass. Because I went to a scary room, dude, and there were like zombies on the floor just crawling. Like, how long are you gonna be a zombie
right?
for? Like, that's insane.
Dude, it's like the people at Disney that like, so all the themed rides, so like Tower of Terror, and then you have like the Peter Pan ride, like they basically all of their vibes and personalities and greetings should match the location. So I love like at the Tower of Terror, they're like, please come this way. Like they're just super, just
crazy.
very low and like kind of dark. They're like, if you feel like it.
Really?
If you dare.
I never got to ride the Tower of
but
Terror.
But it's good. It's good. They do it really well.
It sucks. I don't think I'll ever be able to ride it because now the only Tower of Terror exists in France, or is it still? Is it still in Cali?
I don't remember. I remember hearing about that the last time I was in Disney World, but
so
I don't know.
Actually, no. In Cali, wait. One of them, it's Guardians of the Galaxy now. It's the same ride, but they completely like revamped it. So it's all like a Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
I remember hearing about that, but I don't know if it was Disneyland or Disney World.
Yeah. So I think it might be either in both or just one of them. But there is one still in the world.
Well, you got to go and have them talk to you in a kind of sad but also dark way.
Imagine practicing for that. They're just.
Dude, I bet they don't even have to practice. I mean, I could handpick a couple of people from high school that would just literally be perfect for it. You don't have to change anything.
That's true.
Just walk right in, and you don't have to fake a smile or get hype or anything. Just walk right in and
through the door.
I would put Aaron.
And they like stare at you. They're like this. And they like stare at you super creepy, and you're just like, dude, I'm getting stared at by a Disney staff member. Like, what am I supposed to do here?
Dude, I wonder what it's like behind the scenes. If anybody knows, I wonder what it's like behind the scenes for like the prince character world that they live in. Like what it's like to be that. Because that's got to be I bet you they're either way more normal than I think, or fucking like weird, like some weird stuff.
I mean, I
happens
think,
behind there.
I think some people are definitely like, this is what I do, this is my thing, and I think those end up being the best people, dude.
Yeah.
The competitions to be those people are crazy,
Really?
hard. Yes.
Huh.
Because one of your high school friends that I knew, I wasn't really friends with her. She was
That
one,
was
right?
her. Yeah, that was her. She was like she wasn't like a full blown at Disney being a princess, but I think she applied to be or was
Oh.
on the path to be or something.
Oh, okay.
But she like there's like freaking like 80 Snow Whites
Right,
all over the place
yeah.
because they have to be so many different places. So I know that I don't think she got to like the full on I'm the top Snow White, whatever it was. I
Right.
forget which one she was.
Yeah.
At Disney, but I mean, she loved it. You could tell she loved it, and it was
Yeah.
cool to see. I think you have to care that much to
Yeah, there's
be
like
that high up, especially with a company like Disney.
yeah, when you get out of high school and luckily with social media, you can like keep little tabs on people that you know are doing cool shit, which I'm
Yeah.
sure
Just
people
to have just a little token, just to talk
Yeah.
about, just in case you run into
right,
them.
right.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
I'm sure people do that to us as well. But I mean, she
That was
she
awesome. I was picking up a coffee with George at a local coffee shop, and he was like, "Yo, this is gonna sound super weird, but I was talking about you 2 days ago," and I was like, "No
Yeah.
shot."
Oh, yeah, I remember
He was
that.
like, "Yeah, we were explaining to our grandma what Twitch
what
was."
Twitch was.
Yeah, and I was like, "Whew, that is a conversation."
That is a
like
conversation.
good luck, my man. And he was like, "Yeah," and we actually brought you up as an example because you're the only person we know that does it. And I was like, "Oh, this was up. This is the dude I stream with," because I was with
Yeah.
George.
That's
No,
great. And then you put out your phone and showed him the
Yeah, and
picture
then I
of me.
showed him a picture of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just
And
making
And,
sure.
I made him follow you on Twitter.
Okay.
So.
I was making sure. I knew you did it. I knew
Yeah,
I didn't
well,
have
you
to
have, you
ask.
have to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Your
not all of us.
coffee's
There's
in the
only
mail.
2 of us.
Oh man, do you know anybody else from high school that like obviously no names, but do you know anybody else from like high school or like somebody you grew up with that's doing some really cool shit now? There's a girl from our high
I
school.
probably do.
That was the one. That was the one that came to mind. Was because she was like one of the Frozen girls, right? And then there's another
Yeah.
girl that we grew up with, or that went to our middle school, high school, or
Mhm.
went to my middle school, so not your middle school, and she's a bodybuilder now. And so I see her doing bodybuilding stuff. I'm like, dude, that is just crazy.
There's a dude from our high school. He was like a super jacked dude in the football team that is a bodybuilder, and he is legitimately shaped like an ice cream cone.
Dude, I know exactly
Dude, yes.
who you're
Really?
talking. I've been
Dude,
following him on Instagram for.
I don't remember his name, dude. I'm telling you, bro. There ain't
Like
a
an
shirt
ice
in the
cream
world.
cone?
There ain't a shirt in the world that would fit him
No.
out the
Dude,
shop.
it's so crazy, George, that I
He's
remember specifically.
jacked.
I remember
Dude.
specifically a time in college where Blake was like, "Bro, have you seen do you know who this guy is?" And I was like, "Yeah, the guy from high school." He was like, "Yeah, apparently he just learned Photoshop because he photoshops every one of his pictures." And he said that to me.
You thought it was Photoshop.
And so I followed him and I was like, "Oh my god, this dude's photoshopping his pictures, making his biceps look gigantic." And I never unfollowed him, and over the course of time, I realized none of it's
not
Photoshop.
Photoshop.
It's not happening. Dude, but it's literally to the point where it's like, all right, something's. How'd you get that shape?
Yeah.
You know,
It's like,
Yeah.
dude, it's like he's a
it's literally
Brick.
like he's got like the skinny chick waist into
Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking about
wide
the
shoulders.
wide chest, wide.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm not hating on it at all.
Yeah.
It's just a crazy body shape. I mean, that boy works out at least 16 hours a day.
Yeah,
He's
no,
got like
that's-
2% body fat.
that's like
100%.
what he does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's his thing.
It was crazy.
I
know
mean, I'm
exactly
sure
what
I
you're talking
do,
about.
but like career wise, I don't
Yeah, I
know
don't
out the
really-
gate.
Yeah, nobody.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's
I know some
anything
homies
I
into,
don't
like,
follow
real
along with.
estate
I'm
and,
trying to think
like-
if anybody's like singing, acting. I know a couple people that are like in bands and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's
But-
just not a lot of people that put their job on the internet. You know
on
what
their
I mean?
socials.
It's
Yeah.
Dude,
mostly like
that
family. And,
you are preaching right now, bro. Because literally, when I meet somebody, especially college, when I meet somebody in college, you know, the first thing you want to talk about is like, you know, how's work? And I'm like, dog, I mean this in the nicest way possible. I have no idea what you do.
right.
No idea. And most
Yeah.
of the time, it is something like, you know, I'm a realtor or I work
an
at a
accountant.
sales company. Right, exactly. And
Right.
something like that. And then they're like, so how's the whole gaming thing? And then I spend 20 minutes
Yeah.
explaining what we do. And I'm like, I want to talk about you, but at the same time, I know you don't want to sit to me and talk to me about your manager and
Right, yeah.
your sales structure and everything. And I'm like, that is such a hard balance
Yeah.
for me
Yeah.
in conversation, because I hate feeling like I'm just talking
Talking about
people's ear
yourself.
off
Yeah.
about TSD.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Right.
I hate it.
I feel the same way. But it does seem like most of the time that's the drive of the conversation is because it's still such a
unique-
new thing.
That's weird. No.
Did you see that thing that somebody posted on Twitter that was like, what do kids want to do nowadays? And the top thing was YouTuber, blogger, or
Really?
vlogger.
Oh,
The
I
top
bet,
thing,
dude.
like 43% of
Dude,
kids.
the younger
In-
generations value fame and popularity
More
like
than-
it's
more than we
almost
did.
sickening. No,
Yeah.
no, it's not. We did. We
Yeah.
had like celebrities. It was like Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, we didn't have
But-
YouTube celebrities. And
right,
stuff
but
like that.
you weren't in the now it's TikTok era where
dude.
there are millions of 13-year-olds dancing in front of cameras, and then boom, it blows up and you have 2 million followers, and then your whole school knows that you're
Knows.
so famous on TikTok. So
Yeah.
I'm sure all of these kids, not like I'm out interviewing children about what their
Right, yeah.
aspirations are, but I would assume, being that culture is the way that it is, everybody's like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to be viral. I want to be famous. I want to do this, whatever.
That's what my mom talks about it all the time. Like she's been teaching for a really long time. And so like it used to be, you know, girls, I mean, I don't know whatever girls wanted to be. Guys always wanted to be a national
Sports.
football player or a fireman or a cop
or
or
a
something.
policeman.
Yeah, like something like
Oh,
that.
yep.
That
Oh,
was
100%.
that was what kids wanted to be when we were kids. And now, because nobody really grows up saying I want to be a movie star. Maybe they'll say I want to be famous, but no one says I want to be a movie star or maybe musician.
I feel like
they would.
different
I feel like they
circles.
would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
feel
mean,
like
it
they would.
depends on what you're doing, you know? I mean, there
Yeah.
are definitely people that are like, I want to be a singer or something like that.
Right.
or- So I feel like yes, but for the general public, no. I
So
mean, it wasn't
nowadays
just like,
they're like-
your random friend Ryan that was like, yeah, I want to be an actor. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Right,
Well,
right.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
But I bet people that
Stop
were
the
in.
cat.
Stop, Ryan. You want to be a firefighter, just like all of us. But I mean, I feel like that's entirely changed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Oh, I bet now it's like, oh, I want to be TikTok famous. Like,
Yeah,
what?
it's just
Well, it's just I want to be famous. I
I
want
just-
followers.
yeah, I want numbers. I want all of that. That's wild to think about. That is so wild.
Well, I feel like before it was, I want to do this thing, and if popularity, success, or be it fame comes from that thing, great.
Right.
But now that the fame is the end goal, and you have to fill in
Wow.
the middle part, in my opinion,
Yeah. Yeah, you
for
might
like
I
how
Yeah, I can
kids
see
think
that.
about it.
you might be
I can
right.
Because they're
that.
like, well, yeah, I want to be famous, but I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. And
Yeah.
I was like, well, I don't. That's horse before the carriage type
yeah.
thing.
Cuz I think
Carriage before the horse.
I would assume nowadays, we're talking about young kids, the girls maybe are more they strive to be TikTok famous, and the guys want to be the next ninja. I mean, that's how it was,
Yeah.
especially 3 years ago. My mom literally, I've said this many times, but my mom being a teacher, she called Fortnite the new F word because she was so sick of her kids saying Fortnite. Talking about
Oh my
Fortnite.
God. I mean,
Like
there was a
crazy.
time where Fortnite was huge.
I mean, that's all anyone talked about, and,
Yeah.
and it was a little bit of a like a taste of that with Among Us this year too.
I
And
mean,
so
when
it's the
everyone
same
talks about
thing.
gaming, they talk about the $3 million Fortnite tournament.
Yeah.
That was like in news everywhere.
Yeah, it was
like,
that's when it's like Ninja blew up, and then all those people that came
Yeah.
behind him. It's like that was like the biggest surge in gaming.
Yep.
Ever.
It's funny right now because I think that game is Warzone.
yeah,
I
If
mean,
you had to
Warzone.
choose a game.
But
feel
yeah,
like-
if you had to choose a game,
There isn't anything at that societal astronomical level right now.
right?
It's
There's
just, there
nothing
just
like
isn't.
that. But I
But-
agree, it probably is Warzone. I
Just
mean,
in terms of like small talk that you can make with a random dude in an elevator, it's probably
Yeah.
about Warzone.
yeah,
Which
yeah,
is crazy to think about that Call of Duty is that game currently.
right,
A variant of Call of Duty. It's not,
Yeah.
the Call of Duty we grew up with, but still.
yeah. Because you can
General
always
premise.
find guys that are like, yeah, I remember I used to play Halo was the game, and you can talk about Halo, or do you remember
Mm-hmm.
the Modern Warfare 2? Do you remember that? And I was like, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that game.
Yeah,
That
I
was
remember.
a good.
I remember a
was
little
like,
bit of
Hey,
it.
good
if
game.
you're shout out to our waiter at Chili's,
True.
Magical Jim,
Yep.
Oh,
who talked
Magical
about
Jam,
playing
dude.
talked about playing SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs
Yep.
and he on the PS2, and he had a group of homies, and they had designated snipers and shotgunners and riflemen.
I think Jim still plays till this day, Blake. I'm pretty sure he said.
might.
I think he switched over to full-time magician and levitating.
You might have. You might
Yeah,
have.
we had an interesting waiter at Chili's. He was the homie though.
He was the homie.
He was the homie.
Yeah.
But he did love SOCOM.
But
And
it's like
Magic.
it's now. It feels like nowadays that conversation could be about a bunch of different games because for a while it was like Shroud and Summit were the outliers in not playing Fortnite because everyone and Doc because everyone else was playing Fortnite.
Yeah. What were they playing at the time? Do you know?
Pre-Fortnite, you
PUBG.
mean?
PUBG.
PUBG.
Or Shroud
It was
and- yeah.
PUBG. It was PUBG.
Shroud and Doc were playing PUBG. Well,
Yeah.
Shroud and Summit plays whatever Sea of Thieves, whatever he wants to play.
True.
but yeah, like literally, think about all the people that we play with, or that we like look at their content and stuff. We
I
didn't
mean, a lot of them hit that next plateau because
of Fortnite. Yeah,
their
Fortnite.
Fortnite runs.
Mm-hmm.
so wild. That is because like it's like I didn't think about it now because I didn't know who a lot of these creators were up until Fortnite because I had just pretty much because I was still strictly competitive focused, like only
Mhm.
focused on people that competed. So I knew who Ninja was, but I did not know who Dr. Lupo was. I barely knew who Tim the Tatman was. Didn't know any of the Gary's Mod people like wow, all the people we play with now. I didn't
Right.
know any of them. So and they hit that next level because of Fortnite. And
There's
it's
just
just
so many eyes on
Yeah.
the game. Yeah, it's crazy.
that's crazy. I just wonder what the next game is going to be like that because I think it's going to chill here for a while. I think it's going to chill.
I
You
think
think
Warzone
a new
is.
VR is gonna?
I
take
think
over?
Warzone's gonna
Like-
be for the next year. I don't see
Right.
anything coming out that is gonna replace Warzone.
But
I think Warzone will be the most
Yeah,
watched
I mean,
game for the next year, easy.
no, it's gonna be hype, but I think Hitch is like talking about like what's the next like big VR
Yeah.
game. Like,
Well, I don't
huge that
think-
blows up like Fortnite.
I don't even think Warzone. I don't think Warzone is passing Minecraft right now. Or
In what?
in like
in
YouTube.
viewership. Maybe
I have no idea.
maybe
Yeah,
online.
I have no idea. I
'Cause-
just
It'll be
mean
close,
in
but-
terms of like the default. Like when I go on Twitch, like I feel like the default right now is Warzone.
Yeah,
Like for people to stream.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I think
I agree with that.
I agree too. I mean, it's definitely top 3.
Not that I don't like it.
Yeah, it's definitely top 3. I was just gonna check really quick to see what it is right now. I mean, it obviously changes all the time.
So for like people, I mean, Nick Merckx, I mean, he's had, a bunch of success in a variety of different games, and so has Aiden. But do you think either of them would look at Warzone as their game versus Fortnite?
Yeah, definitely Nick, and yeah, both of them.
I think both of them would.
Yeah,
But it's,
both of
I
them.
mean, you can't be like, oh, you found your start in Warzone, because it was like, dog, a bunch of people knew who both of those boys were
Before Warzone.
before
No,
Warzone. But
yeah.
I do think Warzone took them to that next level.
Maybe took Aiden to the next level. I think Nick is. I think Nick.
Yeah,
Well,
Nick
maybe
blew
you are
up.
right. Maybe you, I can't. It's so weird because I can't remember. And
but,
for
like, you
people
gotta
that you
think, like,
follow,
when-
it's so
When
hard.
I think about Nick Merckx's like whole, like all of the MFAM, like there is, I would literally bet $1,000 if you are in law enforcement, if you work any job that is outside, you are a manly man doing something in the real world. If you know about gaming at all, if you watch YouTube or Twitch at all, you know about Nick Merckx, and you're probably in the MFAM. And I think Warzone has integrated that so perfectly because firefighters aren't out playing Fortnite.
Well,
Like
they're not
if
playing-
you're a
yeah.
firefighter playing
Yeah.
Fortnite, I hear you.
They're
But
not
generally
playing-
speaking,
yeah, I agree
Warzone
with
is
you.
way more
Yeah, 'cause-
attractive, and Nick Merckx is absolutely the guy that you're going to watch because you just gravitate towards people that
Yeah.
are most similar to
Yeah.
who you are as a
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, Fortnite's more like that cartoony game, like for little kids and stuff. Warzone's definitely like
Yeah.
It
you
draws
have to
that.
18 plus, like
The thing
It
is,
draws back
violence
the
and
people that
gruesome
stopped
stuff.
playing games when they were 18 to
yeah,
Yeah.
22, and then are like, oh, this game looks dope. I'm back in.
I used to watch a lot of Nick while he played Fortnite. So maybe it's because I don't watch. It's so weird because it's so hard to take yourself out of your own biases and your own like what you watch on a daily basis. Because I used to watch a lot of him playing Fortnite, And then I haven't
Dang.
watched as much of him playing Warzone, but
Mhm.
but he was always top of Fortnite besides Tyler. Or wow, I'm not on a first name basis with Ninja. I don't know why. I don't know where that came
but
from.
it's because everybody else says Tyler.
You think so? Oh my god.
Jack and Marcel only call him Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's streaming with the homies, they call him Tyler for sure.
And Alexis calls him Tyler too because she's really close with his wife.
Yeah,
So
that's still
she-
Ninja to me.
Yeah, no, it's still Ninja. I literally I went. Oh no. You know what I mean? That's really funny. I think one of the biggest flexes is if you're on a first name basis with somebody. And Marcel doesn't count because nobody calls Marcel basically.
true.
Basically, I do work. Yeah.
But
Basically.
I think one of the biggest flexes I've ever seen is Jack calls Post Malone Austin. Boom!
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Do you listen to Post? Yeah, I'm friends with
Oh, yeah.
Austin.
I know Austin, yeah. You know
Oh,
Austin Madden.
that's way too
hilarious.
much flack.
He
But,
told
like,
me he
that's
did that.
also, but that's Jack.
That is Jack
Like,
being
that,
Jack.
that is some Jack.
I get that because he said he calls me Davis. He calls everyone
Yes.
their first
he
name.
knows what he's doing, but he
knows.
dances that line really well.
He does.
He does. He is always at like 8 steps from being a total asshole, but he walks the line so well. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good. He knows how to work a brand, and I respect it.
Yeah. So I think that
You
we
wonder
haven't
if he
even.
calls his mom by her first name.
I don't think so. I don't think
There's
so.
no shot. Hey, Julie.
Imagine if
I
that
don't
was.
know- I don't know.
Imagine if you got it right. You just guessed. Jack's
Dude,
like,
if
what
I
the
guessed
fuck?
that right? Like,
Nah, we gotta investigate. I gotta see who you're following if her name's Julie.
there's no shot. It's Julie.
Oh man, so let's get some MLG horns going really quick because today or this week it has been announced that World War II 2 is coming out. Woo!
Yo, I gotta hold on. My wife's calling. I'll be back in like 20 minutes.
Let me run
know.
it back.
Just
Let me
text
run.
me, right? Just text me, right?
World
If there's one game, that
World War
Blake
II
hates,
2.
if there's one Call of Duty game Blake hates, it's World War II. Blake played probably a total of like
Oh, that's so
15
funny.
hours of World War II.
Here's the thing, and we've talked about this on stream. Who knows?
I disagree with this. I disagree with this actually.
You
Okay,
do?
disagree with what?
Yes, I think far and wide, I understand the appeal or the debate between a good versus a bad game does not matter about era. I agree with that
Yeah, it
because
doesn't matter.
it is all map design, it is time to kill, and it is movement. Great. But I think if you put it on paper, if you put current present day warfare, old ass World War II, Civil War, musket, whatever you want to call it,
That's
warfare,
the thing, the guns.
and then futuristic, the present day outsells the other two every time. I think future outsells old. I think if I could choose between the 3 eras, I will choose exosuit era before I choose old.
I would too.
I
That
we
is
should,
why
we
I
should,
think
we
they
should
are
have a game
throwing.
like World War IV or something. That should be
They
the
are-
next Call of Duty. Or
Dude,
something. I don't
it's
know
the
why.
gun- like,
I don't know why we
I-
keep going back. We already
Bro,
did World War II.
why do I want to play with the Car 98 again?
The
don't-
PPSH dude, the Thompson.
Let it go. I got the History Channel. Come up
That
with
is true,
something.
dude.
but you're using the car in a modern warfare game.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
use a variant that
That's the
makes it
modern
not
one.
wooden, and I put obsidian on it that I broke my hands to get because I hate the look of the old. I don't want to play the old.
We should definitely be going towards
Leave
the
it
future.
alone.
I don't know why we are going back to.
We
World War II, though.
already went to space. You don't think we could have found a middle ground
Yeah, I
between where
100%,
we are
dude.
now
Definitely.
and space?
definitely never want to go back to space. I
No,
definitely don't.
never to space. Like, don't take me out of Earth.
I mean, that being said, unless it's like, did y'all ever play? Wow, I can't remember the name of it. So there was. Like,
I think space futuristic can be done really well, but I hate wall running,
What?
and that's the difference.
I hate
No,
all.
dude, I
I
don't-
hate
I
all
don't
forms
hate-
of advanced movement. I really do.
Yeah, I don't want to go up in the air at
But-
all.
I'm not saying it has to be up in the air, but in terms of the era, you can put whatever
Yeah.
movement,
Oh no,
whatever
I agree
maps
with
and
you.
stuff
I agree
ever.
with you. We should definitely
That's-
go in the future.
So
100%.
put me in the future.
Yeah.
I
that's
don't
what
want to
want too.
look at the old.
If we could go to the future
Dude.
without
Okay,
jetpacks,
I think
this-
it could
this is
be
the
done
problem.
well, though.
This is
I
the
think
problem.
it could be done really well. I
This
do.
is the issue. When you see good map design, right?
Yeah.
And you see innovative map design. Even in this game, they announced it today, and we talk about it on the TikTok. Follow us on TikTok at tst.live. They announced a
Please.
new map. Please like the
I'm,
video.
I'm
Please.
begging. Please.
Okay. They announced Miami Strike. It is downtown Miami because they realized the map plays like dog water, but it looks really good.
Right.
They announced Miami in the daytime. It's extremely well done, and the vibe is there. There is no way to go back in time and make it what Call of Duty loves with that historically accurate whatever and blend really cool, innovative map design that looks good with Normandy. They
Yeah.
just can't do
All
it.
the maps
they
are just
they
gonna
can change
be-
up the graffiti on the wall. They can change
Yeah.
the shade of gray. Dude, the best thing you're gonna get is a field from The Sound of Music. That's it.
That is true.
That's the most beautiful map you can get.
Yeah.
Is what kind of farm am I on?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
Do the
map,
forests have leaves on them?
Yeah. The
Or is
maps
it in the snow?
are the most important part of the game, especially, and you actually can't make that many good maps with the World War II era. That's
You
the
can make
problem.
maps that play well.
that play well, but they don't.
are you
look
gonna
good.
make something that is appealing to the general public that does not innately love Call of Duty? That's the people that they're reaching with Warzone.
But the
Like
thing
What
is,
they
Miami,
need
dude?
to try and keep, because people don't. Multiplayer is the awkward stepchild already to Warzone, and
Es-
Warzone is 2 years old.
but
It's a year old.
especially this year it is. So I'm saying, obviously, whatever Call of Duty comes next is going to be integrated into Warzone. So
Yes,
that part,
weapon wise,
that
they're
part's
not going to change the mechanics.
that part's already done. No, they're not going to change the mechanics, but that part is already done. So depending on what they eventually do with Warzone and Cold War, like map wise, they're going to have to do the same thing, ideally, with the new Call of Duty. So who knows? I think, I don't know. Optimism is hard in COD because I've been let down
love
so
being
many.
an optimist. I
Dude.
love.
Oh, I do too.
I am an optimist by design, but I
Oh, I-
cannot support. Like, dog, did you see World War II?
Right, but
It
World War
was
II.
so
Yeah.
Listen,
bad.
there is one thing that we agree on 100% all the time. World War II is the worst boots on the ground game ever made. Ever.
The
Okay.
only reason people bought it because we were in space. The whole campaign was boots on the ground.
Yeah.
And it was the worst game made in 3 years.
I
The
mean,
only reason people bought it is
Yeah.
they were like, oh, we might be back.
right.
Yeah, that's all I
But-
cared about, was to make sure that we were on the ground.
I
Right.
think the game was so bad because of how the game was built, not because of the actual mechanics of the game.
The
I
mechanics of the
think
game were
They
fine.
worked so hard on trying to make the game as realistic as possible. That's what they tried to do. That's what that group tried to do. That group did not last because the shit sucked. And it unfortunately it did. But all the stuff that they promoted so heavily just tanked, especially the headquarters area. I
It
mean,
was such a cool idea.
all
and then
good
the servers
ideas.
couldn't hang.
right, all good
Nothing
ideas. And then
I'm still waiting on weapon paint.
I was about to say the paint jobs never came out.
Can't
Dude,
wait
that shit
till
was
weapon
locked
paint drops.
forever. Hey, at least you could throw a football, you know?
But the
that
I
was
mean
cool.
the gun variants, the things on the map, and the worst part, the nail in the coffin for World War II is that Fortnite blew up at the same time. And there could not be a more opposite game in the entire world from Fortnite than World War II. You take
'Cause
the
Fortnite-
brightest colors where the guys are dancing, doing goofy ass dances, and have afros and cool clothes and stuff. And then you go over, and the only way you can customize your character in World War II is give him either gray khakis or
Yes.
khaki colored khakis.
Yeah. And
those
all
are
you
the
hear is,
yes. I agree with all of that, but the thing is World War II at the very middle of the game, they got rid of that whole squad. I believe that's what's happened. That's what happened. I can't really remember.
Mhm.
They got rid of everybody who first started it, and they completely 180'd. And it was around this time, because I remember the first thing they did was they put out a map where you were on a pyramid. It was like a pyramid or something. It was like in Egypt. It was really bright. And then
in World War II?
in World War II, it was a DLC map. And then right at the same time, they did a what's the leprechaun holiday? St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, yeah.
On my birthday.
Yeah, I only know it as George's birthday. I don't know it as St. Patrick's Day.
It was
You know
like
what I
it was
mean?
like 8 days ago.
It's George's day.
It's George Day. They put out a George Day package, and with that package, there was a time where a leprechaun would spawn, and if the leprechaun spawned and ran around the map and you shot and killed him, you would get full streaks. I don't know if you remember this.
I don't remember this.
Not at all.
You're making this shit up.
I'm not making this up. I'm not
Like,
making
you
this
remember
up.
this?
No.
What is he talking about?
So-
What account did you follow
I'm
on Twitter?
telling you that happened. I'm telling you. And there was also like a ghost on the if you went on
No,
what
you're
was
playing
the-
a different game. You sure it's the right CD?
I'm telling you, no one played it this time.
He was playing Battlefield 1492 or whatever Hector kept posting no scopes on.
Yeah, the battalion.
Battalion, that's what it was.
Oh, do you
Dude,
remember playing Battalion, Blake?
Yeah, I can't wait for Battalion again with the World War II Vanguard. Dude, I'm telling it. I hate to say this, and I love optimism. It can't be done.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard, dude.
It cannot be
I don't-
done. You cannot make a multiplayer game that is gonna bring Call of Duty multiplayer back to the nostalgia level, because
Yeah.
that's what everybody's going for. Is everybody is chasing that feeling that you got when you were 16, playing COD 4, playing MW2. CODs were so great back then, yada yada yada. And I understand people like to hate on the newer games way more than they should, and it is nearly impossible, but that is generally what people are hoping for. It is not possible with an old game, with a backdated era. I just do not see it happening.
I mean, it's hard to argue. It's hard to argue it because it hasn't happened since World at War. It hasn't happened since World at War. But
But that's because people were riding the Call of Duty high. We'll play anything.
We're playing
When
anything,
World at
yeah.
War came out,
I mean, World War.
But the
was
thing
pretty
with
good.
World
it was
the
a good
thing-
game.
The
was
thing
good.
with World at War is that it could have been an amazing game, but the maps weren't good. The maps weren't
Yeah.
competitive, and there was no competitive. It's hard because
That's the thing. It's
World
gonna
at
come
War-
down to the map.
World at War was still it's still a lot of people's favorite Call of Duty ever made, because a lot of people, their first Call of Duty is always
and
their
zombies.
favorite. Yeah,
And
yeah,
Zombies
and zombies.
The zombies community is gonna have to carry Vanguard. They're
Well-
going to have to carry.
Well, I mean, it's not a Treyarch game, so who knows if there's going to be zombies? I mean, I'm
That's
sure there's
true.
going to be
Who-
zombies, but it's not going to be
In
as
some-
well.
It's
not
It's not a
Sledgehammer.
Treyarch game. Who's making World War
I mean,
II?
It's
Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer. Yeah, yeah.
Wait,
So
who also Sledgehammer worked on what games?
World War II.
That's it.
World War II and AW.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be tough.
Well, the thing
Bro.
is AW wasn't that bad of a game.
Nah, it's gonna be tough.
You gotta think
dude.
whoever stuck around, whoever didn't get wiped at the last Sledgehammer was like, "Hey, we get to do it again, baby. Come on, now
Oh,
we're here."
no.
And they were like, "You're gonna be making World War II too." And they were like, "Bro, no."
We worked on that last time.
Look, I
I'm
think
not saying-
competitive is fine. Competitive is gonna be fine. I think the map design is gonna be good. I think the CDL is gonna have nothing to worry about. But from the general public, no one is gonna watch multiplayer.
no.
I think
And
more
I
people.
That's why I'm worried.
I think more people watched multiplayer in World War II than they watched Cold War.
Hmm?
I think this, especially in the sniping community. Sniping community was
People-
really big. I'm not saying
Is it-
many people watched it at all. The most people watched Modern Warfare.
Maybe.
But nobody, that's what I'm saying. It comes down to
But
a
but
lot of individual things that happen throughout the game. There's got to be
But it
prox
comes,
chat.
but
or
it's
not
the
prox
game's
chat.
popularity in society that brings those viewers. Because it's not. I mean, Call of Duty kids are gonna watch Call of Duty. Period.
Yeah,
Modern Warfare was the highest selling Call of Duty game ever.
right.
That's why there were viewers.
But how many people watched multiplayer in Modern Warfare? I mean, a lot of people watched Jev's
I think
videos.
before Warzone.
A lot of people watched the
I mean, the whole S&D squad.
the
with
S&D
with
squad.
Marcel and
But the thing
you
is
know,
those
Wildcat and them.
guys, if without skill-based matchmaking, or with, I mean, they even played MW with skill-based matchmaking. But if there was final kill cams, and if there was better map or more maps, and if it was just an overall better at pub experience in Cold War, they'd be playing Cold War. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if the experience is good in public matches, people will play it, especially people that don't want to play Warzone full time.
But Modern Warfare is a better game than Cold War.
No. No.
The reason
Yes.
why Modern Warfare
Yes.
has a good selling is because most people, and Warzone did as well, you have to play Modern Warfare to unlock certain stuff for Warzone.
But Modern Warfare already broke.
That's why Modern Warfare did so well in
Modern
selling
Warfare
wise, in
broke
my
all
opinion.
those records before Warzone was even out.
That's because it's called Modern Warfare. That's
because it's in
Yeah,
the present day
it's
era.
in the present day. That
It's
is
in the
true.
present. That is why those games sell, because it's Captain Price. It's with an M4. It is,
Yeah, but
it
that's
is
all-
the classic.
they're riding off the nostalgia of the other
Oh.
Modern Warfares. It's not
Yes.
necessarily because of the fact
future.
that it's in this day. It's because COD 4 was so good, and then Modern Warfare 2 was so good, and then COD lost its fucking mind for a few years, and then
Right,
they
so
were
they
like,
put the
let's
tag,
go
Modern
back.
Warfare.
Let's just call it Modern Warfare.
They clutch with the name.
They clutched with the name, and
They killed it.
100%.
Ground War.
Whoever,
Ground War was good. It
Ground War is
offered
amazing.
It offered a place for all the scrubs to go and park their little asses on top of the
Love it.
thing and shoot.
I love it.
And
HDR thermal for
Right.
25 minutes
Yeah.
while they listen to Linkin Park.
exactly, it
100%.
offered all of that, which used to be a thing in Modern Warfare as well. But there's a lot in Modern Warfare that people did not enjoy, and actually a majority of the, I mean, it's not fair to say the people that we know, but a majority, I mean, if you even looked on like social media, on like the public, like the way that they would talk about Call of Duty, no one liked Modern Warfare. It was all, yeah, you're probably sitting in the corner with this shotgun, or there's no, there's no dead
Yeah.
silence, or it's just like, it wasn't the same, especially because of how much that year they just cranked up skill-based matchmaking.
Mhm.
So I think it's weird, because I think there's parts of MW that are definitely better than Cold War, and I think I think a lot of things in Cold War that are better than MW.
Yeah.
It's just
by far a better competitive game. But to
I mean,
the
yeah,
general
obviously.
public, Modern Warfare is way more appealing to the general public, and that's all I care about, generally speaking, from a eyes on the game as a content creator
I mean,
in
just
the game.
aesthetically, it does look better for Modern Warfare. Just in general, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
the
it just
guns are
looks
beautiful.
modern. Everything is just like in the present day. Like, it looks clean.
We'll see.
the guns are
But
beautiful, and the
I am
maps
scared-
the maps
I
are
am scared for
beautiful.
World War II.
But yeah, I mean,
I
I'm
don't know if you
scared
can say
too.
the maps are beautiful
In MW,
in Modern Warfare. They're fine.
They're fine, but they look
Treyarch maps are
clean.
fine, but all the good maps are remakes. Besides, hopefully,
That's
Miami
very
Strike
true.
is good.
that's very true. All the good maps
Mostly.
are remakes, which really sucks.
It
But
sucks. Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the highest things is maps. That's what,
Yeah,
dude.
Dude, it's the
Ah!
most important thing, dude. It's maps. Literally.
Every year, release your top 3 maps that you've created. Every year, IW makes a game. Release High Rise, release Scrapyard, release Crash. Every year,
It's just
because if you don't, in your 6 maps that you make, if 4 of them suck, great. We play a 2 game. At least we play a 2 map game. And I don't trust the developers to make maps, to make only banger maps, because it's got to be one of the most tough jobs, the toughest jobs
They
ever.
do. Oh,
Because they
so
said
hard.
make 3-lane maps, and then that's all they gave us in World War II were 3-lane maps, and everyone bitched about the maps. So I understand that it has to be
that
hard.
it is very difficult.
But take the ones we know are good. Give us those. Just literally
Dude.
do it. Just Control
Dude,
C,
no,
Control V.
For me, just reskin it.
True.
Literally, just you
True.
don't change. Don't add a secret underground tunnel
Just
under
add
shipment.
doors like Modern
Don't
Warfare.
give me a crate that I can run through in shipment. Don't change anything about how the map plays, but take High Rise and make it entirely Japanese, and all the buildings are
Yeah.
old school Japanese looking buildings in a Japanese mansion where there's a helipad. Perfect. I
Yep.
get
Right.
a new looking map that plays like High Rise.
That's all you need.
That's what I'm saying. Give me the good maps, but just make them look new. So at the end of the day, if someone's like, "Oh, well, this is just that map reskinned," it's like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because that map bangs. But we made it look new because it's a new game.
And I have to say this: the fact that people say that's just this map reskinned. Yeah, because Call of Duty makes a new game every freaking year for the past over a decade, and there's supposed to be 8 maps every. So that's. Dude, that's so many fucking maps.
People have been playing Dust 2 since Bill Clinton was in office.
Right. So
we're fine with High Rise.
That's what I'm saying. Give us High Rise, Standoff, Raid. Give us whatever developer you are. Take your best maps that you've ever made and throw them in your game.
The greatest hits.
And we will be happy. I understand there are people that say it's lazy. I am okay with lazy. It's better than sucking. And a lot of maps suck. A majority of COD maps, an overwhelming majority of COD maps are really bad. Yep. But it's the same in Counter-Strike. There's a lot of maps in Counter-Strike that people don't even know exist.
Absolutely unplayable.
Because it's not.
You only see in the multiplayer.
You see it in like the team deathmatch version of CS.
Yeah, I've played it one time. I played multiplayer in CS:GO one time. The maps some of them are trash.
Right. That's why they use the same maps, and they've used the same maps since I was a little tiny girl. And they're going to continue using those maps because they're good and they play well. And the more you play it, the more the meta grows. And that's very competitive. That's a very competitive thing to say, which I know that they're not making the maps for competitive.
Yeah, we're like the 5%.
Right. No, we're like the 2%.
2%.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm being optimistic. I'm saying there is a chance it doesn't
I respect
suck.
your optimism, but I was heartbroken to see World War II again.
I was too. To be
where
fair,
I'm at.
But
I didn't think they actually would make another World War II. Not after last time.
I have faith in competitive. I think the franchise will be fine. I think it'll be a good competitive game.
Yeah.
I don't even have to have faith in Warzone because Warzone is literally unkillable right now because literally there's no anti-cheat and it's still the biggest game on the
Warzone.
scene.
I think Warzone is very killable. It takes one game. I think a Halo BR could take it down.
I think so too.
I think it takes
right now. Right now, there's no one to compete with.
There's no one now. There's no one now. We're chilling now.
Halo BR definitely could. If they do a good job, they could for sure.
I don't agree, but they're gonna overcomplicate it.
They
and
are.
It's gonna suck.
They are
100%.
They're gonna delay it one more year.
It's going to be the most It's gonna be Hyperscape, but you throw a little bit of milk in it.
It's not the fact that I think Warzone is so good it can't be taken down. It's that I don't think anyone else has it in them. I don't think they have it in them right now to take Warzone down.
Yeah, there's definitely no competition.
And I understand the whole pandemic affects things.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know, when you go into an office and collab with your boys and you sit down and you talk shop and work on ideas, that's got to be way easier than making an entire game and beta testing and doing everything remotely from home. I understand that challenge, but generally speaking, I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
The fact that Warzone is as successful as it is and widely accepted as it is, when it has so many blatant
issues,
flaws, that's why it is killable. But in general, I just don't see anything surpassing it in the next year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
at least in that genre, there's gonna be. I mean,
the
new Among Us map. The new Among Us map comes out in like a week.
The thing is,
and then it's gonna boom for a week.
You can't really count Among Us because you have to take everything that we talk about. You have to take Offline TV and the Dream SMP, and you have to just push them aside.
The celebrity gamer,
right?
Aside.
Because they could literally play Fusion Frenzy together, and it would be the top. It would be the top game on Twitch.
I mean, right now they play Valorant.
Well, I mean, right now, Grand Theft Auto 5 is the top game, and it's because Sykkuno is playing it. He has 63,000 viewers.
I
Does he
love
play
Psych-
role
I
play?
love Sykkuno, by the way.
Yeah, he is playing role play. He's playing no pixel.
Dang.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if they're in the Dream SMP or if they're in offline TV, you can't really count. Or if they're corpse, you can't really count them.
This
because
is gonna be
they're-
super meta. Sorry,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
on.
I was just gonna say because they're a level above everyone else. Okay, no.
It's just like anything you touch turns to gold,
Right.
Because they have that celebrity
Yeah.
following to them. Of
Right.
I just want to watch you for personality, which is dope. I mean, they've absolutely made a brand off of it is all personality. The vehicle that we use to display our personalities and display the interaction between us is whatever we decide that week,
Yeah.
which is insane. But deep in the meta, I texted Hitch like a week ago. I was like laying in bed and I was like, I got some things I want to do like in TST. And so I texted Hitch. I was like, I'm back. Like January Blake is back. But I remember I was looking through my content Bible and I would literally, when we were doing the Minecraft roleplay in the Purge server, I would literally watch Sykkuno clips and I was like, okay, that's what I want to try and channel that personality
Right.
as the shop owner.
That's dope. That is dope. Yeah.
Because I love his personality, and that's not me by default. But I really enjoy his on camera, just who he is, and his even the way he delivers everything. It's very
Yeah.
it's kind,
It's like
but
innocent almost.
it's not like super like ooh woo, like oh my god.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
very-
yeah, of course,
Of
Like,
course.
just very positive. Of course, that's no problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
See you again. Like
Right.
I enjoyed that so much. I was like, I want to try and do that in the shop, and I really had a good time, at least from a role play sense. But
Yeah.
finally ticked the Oregon Trail box. That's been in my
that was
content Bible
really
forever.
fun.
I just had to get that one out of the way. I was
I
like,
just-
let me just
dude.
do this for a day.
Do
No,
you,
I saw the trailer. That shit had me rolling.
you want to hear something sad?
Oh no!
I
Oregon
believe.
Trail straight into
Wow.
sadness.
Wait, hold on. I
Not
believe
bad.
right now, unless I'm not seeing this correctly,
Okay.
I believe Modern Warfare 2. Oh, no. Just Modern Warfare. Okay. Modern Warfare has 30,000 viewers on it right now, and Cold War has 10,000. And it has 10.6, and Modern Warfare 2 has 9.7.
Damn.
Cold War right now is almost under three other Call of Duties if you count Warzone.
If the dudes who sit 10 feet away from you aren't playing the game, Cold War is not on the top.
That is true.
That I was
I
like
mean,
10. I was like
That's
10 feet away from
that's
me.
how
I
it
was
is.
like, oh.
For a second, I thought you meant me too, and I was like, I don't know what that
I didn't know
I don't
who you were
what that
talking
means.
about.
Run it, baby.
Yeah, I mean it's true. It sucks, but it's true.
That
And
is why we need redemption. We need Call of Duty multiplayers back. And they said, "Brr, brr, brr." And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
let's hope Warzone goes well
No.
tonight with Marcel.
Yeah, let's hope that goes
The
well.
new map's coming out
Yep.
soon.
Yep.
Dude, if the new map is dope,
Dude, what
Warzone's
we
gonna
need to
be
try and
lit.
do, dude, let's just do the Jack strat. Let's just react to the new Warzone map
dude, I'm
change.
down to just
Dog,
react.
You know
I
what I'm
am
saying?
Down.
Dude,
Why don't we just react to
Dude,
anything?
Dude,
I
Jack
am
literally
down.
killed it. Jack was literally NBC 11 with every Fortnite update.
That's so.
And
Yeah, he was the
crushed it.
first one.
That's
dude.
what I'm saying.
And
Dude,
everyone.
his video was out in 18 seconds. You know,
18.
Swappa had everything ready. As soon as that rocket came and killed the big Goliath guy,
It was
he
on
fought
YouTube.
it's boom. It's on Twitter. It's on TikTok. It's
YouTube.
on everywhere, dude. Just react. Man, let's go to the hospital. Let's check on the zombies. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Bro, I am. That's the thing is I've always been down for that. But you guys, whenever you drop in, it takes over. Your eyes light
No,
up.
it doesn't.
The
That game's
fire.
too good.
The
It's
fire
good,
comes
dude.
in. You're.
But you gotta
you're-
understand the viewership of Warzone likes both. We can't be the let's meme and run around. That's
And
what
they
Nick
suck.
Merckx does. That's what, dude. Look at Tim. Look at Nick Merckx. They play for wins. They play for wins, and they try. They use the meta guns, but
They
they
try
are
different stuff,
such
too.
good content creators that they can do whatever. It's not just let's sit in the woods and try and win with recons. It's not all.
Hey, let's try to
memes.
win with riot shields.
Oh,
on
right,
kind of
right.
stuff.
I know
It's
it's
not
not all
all memes.
meme.
they blend. Let's be good Warzone players, but also we are, the pop culture of Warzone.
No,
I want to talk about
I
the
believe,
updates, the metas, all that.
Right.
I
I
think
believe
we can find that pace.
that's what I'm saying. I believe we can make some Warzone content.
I
And
think we
I don't
can
want to be a
too.
Warzone pro. I don't
No,
want to be a
I don't-
Warzone
I
pro.
don't care about
I want to
that.
be a good content creator that plays Warzone and updates them on Warzone stuff
Yeah.
and makes
Yeah, and
funny ass
throw
Warzone
little
content.
tips and tricks and
Right.
funny content and all that stuff. Of course, that'll be fun to do.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause Warzone,
I
Warzone,
agree.
it's a good game, dude.
I agree with you, and we've had this conversation 100 times, and then we drop in and we get half our viewers that we ever get. That happens
But
every
that's-
single time.
But it's also very strange from a. It's just a hard balance to find with the whole Tricam thing, because in S&D it makes sense a lot of the times, and we can
Yeah.
react to each other. But in Warzone, you can't. It's very hard to react to each other's stuff
You might have
because
to
you don't
like
see it.
solo cam on Warzone. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. But see, the problem is for the YouTube, I think it's a W. But for the streams,
For
I
the
think the streams
stream.
suffer out the gate.
100%. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I agree. And if our stream suffers, that's our main
That's the baby?
shit.
That's the baby.
That's what's paying the bill.
Yeah, we can't fuck around with that.
That's what keep the light. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
keeps the
turn the
lights
neon
on.
sign off. We say, yeah. Hold up, that's taking way too much
Yeah,
electricity.
we can't fuck around
Hey,
too
you
much.
ain't showing
really
up that
quick.
shower. Yeah,
We're going straight back to 3v3s after 2 days.
I'm glad I
Yep.
stayed in Greensboro. Damn.
I mean, I think situations where playing Warzone like with Doc and streaming it or and recording it, local recording it. I think that's great content, but
Yeah.
it's so hard to do that live. It's just, especially, I mean, dude, could you imagine our first stream? It would be hell. Just where's Blake and George? Where's Blake and George? Where's Blake and George? Where's Blake and George?
Yeah, that is
150
true.
times
That is true.
every minute.
It's gonna be hard, dude. I don't know how.
Look, I am not convinced either way. I enjoy talking shop about it, and if you're listening to this, thank you for hearing the behind the scenes of our whole creative process.
Yeah, this
It
is actually what
cool
we do.
because
sometimes.
I also very much enjoy the community's input on it. I am interested. But I saw Jack yesterday. He tweeted and was like, I made a complete 180 content readjustment for my second channels, and it absolutely knocks. And he was like, I literally had to change everything that I was doing, and I wanted to try something new, and it banged. And I
Yep.
was like, I'm terrified to try that new of stuff, because all I know that works is play 3v3s, hit people
GBs.
with combat axes, and dance around to songs that we like.
Yep.
That's what I know, but I know there is no long term of that,
I agree.
because World War II Vanguard is coming.
and knives weren't invented yet.
Damn, we're not gonna have Tommies. It's just gonna be a musket.
It's World War II. It's World War II.
Musket with the
stop
knife at the end of it,
podcast.
dude, charging at him.
Stop the podcast, dude. Someone turn it.
We're gonna be
Daryl, take his mic away.
Dude,
Oh
it's
my
gonna be a musket
God.
with the knife at the end, dude. That's all you're gonna have for throwing
Dude,
knives.
imagine it's Civil War. Imagine Call of Duty, the Dirty South. Imagine.
Dude, our clips are just gonna be a musket with a throwing knife. At the
Like
end of
just
a 3-piece.
Yeah. You got the flint. Oh my God, bro.
A 360 reload into the musket shot.
The skin is like a milkmaid with a rifle, and then you got Daniel Boone with his raccoon hat.
That's the last of the battle pass. That's tier 100 is
Tier
Davy
100.
Crockett.
It's Christopher Columbus. Guarantee you it would sell more copies than World War II V7.
It probably would.
Oh.
All
I
right.
don't know. It's fun to think about, though. It's
Yeah.
fun to think about. We'll continue
Yeah.
talking shop. We appreciate you hanging out while we just, talk about what happens in life and
Yep.
things that we find interesting.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you guys so much
Yeah,
for
baby.
watching the episode 10 of the Summercast. Please check out the Summercast on not only YouTube but on all audio platforms. It's on
It's
Spotify,
everywhere, baby.
Spotify,
Yeah, it's
Apple. I mean,
worldwide.
it's everywhere. It's literally you can
Subscribe.
find it everywhere. and subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow wherever the audio platform.
Thank you guys for listening.
is. Yeah. So we'll see you next time. Bye.
Peace.
Boy.